Right, next we're just going to look at rescuing a casualty who's on a set of ropes by hauling him up, but with an additional rope, all right? So all we're going to do is tie a barrel knot, jammer. I mean, you can kind of use whatever knot you like, but the good thing about a barrel knot with this one is it doesn't cross-load once it's loaded, all right? So I'm just going to clip this onto his working line. And then I'm just going to stick a bit of weight in. Make sure you clip round it so that it actually goes down. Make sure you do all your gates up before you send it down. And now with a bit of weight, I can just send that down its working line. The only danger with this is if it's windy, it might not work this, but, you know, so I'm sending it down, and then I want to make sure that it's definitely hit him, all right? Right, and then I'm just going to thread this into an ID and a strop, all right? Always better if you can to haul using a lowering type device. Because if you get snagged on something, you want to be able to lower him back down again. So I'm going to put that into there, all right? So that's effectively my one-to-one, all right? I'm just going to take a pulley. I'm going to take a bite of my haul rope, clip it in there. I'm going to lift that up and put that into the same carabiner as the ID. Right? It's going to give me an extra hand to take off now. So now I'm going to put my pulley in the bottom of the loop. Nice and easy. I can take both hands off at the same time. Leave that there. And then clip a jammer into there. So that's now my 3-to-1 ready to go. So he just needs a backup now, so I'm going to take my ASAP, which is going to go on his backup line, clip that into the anchors, making sure that the arrow goes to the load. So once the ASAP's in there, that's his backup. All right, so I'm ready to haul now. So you can do this a couple of ways. I could put a jammer on there, or I could just put it into my chest. All right. And he'll start to go up nice and steady. Right. Right, so once he's started to come up a bit, you see his original main line has gone slack. Don't worry about that, that's done with. Just want to take a carabiner and sort my ASAP out, if you can see what I'm doing there. Just so that it runs nice, so you can see what's going on with it. And now I'm good to go, all right? The temptation with this is, lock that off for a second while I take my chest sender out. You want to send loads down to him, you know. But if you do that and anything happens, he snags on something, or you've got to lower him, or God forbid you don't have enough rope, it could be a real problem. So you always want to keep this hand ascender within reach. Put it in there. Don't get carried away, don't forget about his backup. So what you can do, instead of sliding it down miles every time, is you just push that down. Every time you stand up, push that down. And then we're not putting slack into the system. Take in a bit. You just keep going until eventually you have to take in a bit. But then we're good to go again. Of those, bit of that, and you can get a really good rhythm going, you know. Once I get him up, if I need to get him a bit higher, just lock my ID off. If I just move the load point, I can move it right down to him. Clip it in. Okay, if I start hauling again now, I'll get that extra foot or so that I was missing. Happy days. And then if I need to lower him, dead easy. Strip my haul out, lock it off. Top tip. There's no need to take all this lot out. I could just unlock it and use it as the friction beaner, lower him off. So his backup starts to run. And the beauty of this is, if something happens, he snags, lock my ID off, I can just put that straight back in and I'm hauling him back up again. I don't know, snags on a scaff tube or something on the way down. So it comes back up again. Dead easy, innit? So up and down, no messing.